Probably one of the most disappointing things I've experienced in a long time. Had an 18-inch fish on the board, trying to get my phone, and it flopped. Just got on to Newton Lake, Illinois to do a little pre-fishing for my first live kayak tournament tomorrow. So, never been on this lake, studied a little bit on the map. I'm on the hot water arm right now. I'm gonna go up here and start fishing some coves, and then I might jump over and fish the cold arm just to get a little bit familiar. This is where we'll launch from tomorrow, so by the time you see this video, it'll already be over with. But I'm gonna get out here and see if we can find some fish. Let's get to fishing. The visibility is probably 8 to 10 inches maybe, so about to pull up for our first spot and give it a try. Let's go. All right guys, so I just got a hit a little bit ago. Felt like a pretty good hit. I'm not sure why I missed it, but I've got a question. What do you guys think is the best way to come to a body of water that you've never fished, you've never even seen, never heard of? You come to a brand new place, what's the best way to get familiar with it and find fish and find out what to do? Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let's get a conversation going about that, because I'm interested to know what you think. Well, just lost my chatterbait, and it fell right beside the kayak, and I cannot get to it. All right, so I've been talking back and forth with another guy that's up here, and he's been catching them and missing quite a few on a jig, he said, missing them short. So I'm not going to give up on this. I am gonna be honest, I am very frustrated right now because I watch other people catch fish and I cannot get a bite to save my life. I watched 3 guys catch 4 fish back to back a while ago. One real good one. I just cannot get a bite. There's a fish. Just missed it. Dang it. Just got done saying Jonathan had missed a few. I just missed one, so first good bite of the day. Been very frustrating. Alright, so I just missed another fish there. That's 2 relatively close together, so I actually saw that fish boil when it went after it. Waited just a second, felt tension, set the hook, and missed it. That's part of it sometimes. I'm probably gonna have to quit fishing here in another hour and a half or so, and I literally do not know what to do. My first tournament's tomorrow, and I am so frustrated right now. And I know I shouldn't be. I should just be enjoying it, but I just don't know what to do to catch fish. All right, so I'm going back to my roots. Red shad, I've caught more bass on that right there than anything I've probably ever used. We're going to get this worm up here on the bank and start fishing it. Man, I'm sloppy today. I just had a fish literally take my worm out around my kayak. Just not paying attention because I'm frustrated with how the days went. All right, so there's a couple little coves here just like this one. I'm gonna leave this alone because I know this will work for tomorrow as long as the pattern holds up. There's a point that goes out here. We're gonna try this, see what happens. There's a fish, finally. Well, there's the first one. Another one just took off. I knew there's gonna be a fish up in these beds. Get a quick measurement just to see what we got. 15 1/4. So not a bad fish. Whew, man, it's been a grind. So that was my first fish on this Yak Rods Foundation Series drop shot finesse rod, and man, I tell you, the amount of feel this thing has, the sensitivity is off the charts, and it did a really good job handling that fish for as light as the sensitivity is. It was no problem. So I'm actually going to see if I can find another spot like where I just caught that fish, and I'm gonna fish my way out of here, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna make it kind of quick and get out of here and go try to find some more water like I caught that fish in. Oh, there's another one, same pattern. So quite a bit smaller, but another fish nonetheless. See you later. That's 2 in the last 30 minutes or so. Fished all day today and haven't caught nothing, so I'm happy with that. Super happy with this rod. And it's that fish right there, just I could just barely feel him just nibbling on it, and just gave him a little bit of time. I felt him suck it down. Just missed another one. Oh, spit the hook. All right, so we know we've got a pattern. So I'm actually gonna get out of here as well. That's 2 different spots that pretty much are identical. Man, I've worked for it today. I've got something to start with. Yak Rods, drop shot, finesse rod. And I've thrown and thrown and thrown and thrown jigs and chatterbaits, spinner baits, whopper plopper. And in the past hour, I've caught a few, 2 fish, and I've lost or missed 4. So we are on to something now. Well, I was just about to reel it in, and this dude come up and grabbed it, so right my finger. So feisty little guy, just another little one though. But finally figuring out a pattern. The wind-blown banks is actually where I caught all the fish at, but not only the wind-blown banks, but they were in grass in little pockets on those banks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, follow along, connect with me. Yak Rods, Hammerhead Kayak, Small Boat Fishing Company. Yellow Tech keeps me recording. Love bringing you guys these things. It's been a very frustrating day, but we got a pattern figured out for in the morning, and we will see you tomorrow. All right, guys, it's tournament day. Just got done with the captain's meeting and headed out to the spot. So we'll see what happens when we get there. We got a spot picked out. I know exactly what I'm gonna do when I get there. Start trying to catch some fish, get some on the board. That's the goal right now, to get some fish on the board. So we'll see you when we get out there. So blessed to get to do the things I do. We're gonna get to fishing here in just a few seconds. Let's see if we can get it done. Just got a bite right here. Trying to go back in the same place. I didn't do anything to disrupt it, so. Just kind of picked it up and dropped it. Carp are up here spawning like crazy right now. Just missed one. So I know I'm doing the right thing. Happened a couple times yesterday. Stay after it. All right, just switched over to a white chatterbait. Just talked to Josh Lincoln. He's the tournament director, and claims that white's a good color here, so, and that's what everybody else said too. So I'm actually going to leave my spots that I fished yesterday in this morning, and I'm going to go over here and fish a bank that's got less grass. I'm going to try to throw this chatterbait around some cover and see if that doesn't work, and then I'm going to come back to this spot once the sun gets around a little bit more, because that'll be kind of similar conditions to what I had yesterday. So we'll get over here and try it with chatterbait for a little bit, maybe throw a jig around some of this stuff and just try to keep catching fish. That's kind of an interesting turn of events. I got hung up here. Then all of a sudden my phone was dialing 911, and it's not even a phone that has service. 911 will work no matter what. But I don't know what that was about. I want to go check a spot that I looked at yesterday and see if there's some fish back there early. I don't know, maybe back there feeding. There was a lot of activity back there yesterday when I first got back there, so I'm just going to kind of throw this chatterbait and move kind of quick, head that direction. I think the worm bite's going to come on a little bit later if it's like it was yesterday. There's a fish. It's a good one too. Oh man. Come on. Thank you, Lord. I think that fish didn't want that chatterbait and hailed it. Probably one of the most disappointing things I've experienced in a long time. Had an 18-inch fish on the board trying to get my phone, and it flopped. Everybody says it'll happen. Man, that is aggravating. But I'm gonna stay after it. I know I can catch more, but I'm gonna stay after it. I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super disappointed right now. But I'm not gonna let that break my confidence. I'm gonna keep fishing, and I'm gonna catch some more fish. So stay with me. We're gonna see what we can get done today. Start chunking and winding, covering some water until it gets a little bit later in the day. Saw that one come up and get it. That was pretty cool. Not as big as the last one, but he hammered that thing, swallowed it. So now we're going to try to get a picture of this one before it gets away. Wow, feisty rascals. All right, so there's my first one to measure. Lost an 18-incher wall goat. That there's not a bad fish. Get him back and try to catch some more. White chatterbait seems to be the trick. One down. There's a fish. Another good one. Whew, that one got me soaking wet. There we go. We'll get this fish measured real quick. Get back to fishing. I don't know what to do different about keeping these fish on the board, not getting off. I've got to have some help. I've lost an 18-inch fish and a 16-inch fish today, both, and I just lost my catch board. So I'm going back to the ramp because it's not going to do me any good to fish if I don't have a board. See if I can get a hold of somebody that might have one. So we'll check back here in a little bit. Maybe I can get this resolved and fish the rest of the day. Learning a lot today. All right, so just come back up to the ramp here and met with Josh, the director of the tournament, and got a catch board that is a little shorter than mine, might be a little bit easier to manage. But he's got me fixed up, gave me a couple tips on how not to lose fish, and that's what I love about this club is everybody's so helpful so far. And so I'm gonna go back out here and go right back to the same place I've been fishing and see if I can't catch a few more and put some fish on the board. Got one 15 3/4 right now and lost a 16 and then 18, so I need to get those replaced. Need to get up to 5 fish here next little bit, and then I'll probably finish the day fishing my worm, Texas rig, and some of these little coves where I caught them out yesterday. So stay with us. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, click subscribe. If you got any questions about tournament fishing, ask me because I've made plenty of mistakes today. And we'll see you here in a little bit. There's another fish. What happened there? Dang, I actually had that fish on too. Hook sharp, I don't know what happened. Dang it, I've had some bad luck today. Keep after it. Gotta catch fish. All right, put the chatterbait up. Get the Texas rig back out. I'll fish with this for a little bit, see if we can't get a bite. And if I don't, then I'm actually gonna change locations completely, fish some new water and come back to this toward the end of the day. Well, just missed one on the Texas rig red shad. Dang it. Stay after them. Well, guys, I'm not really sure what to do, so I'm gonna go try something completely different. I'm just gonna go up to the next cove and try it for a little bit. Well, I don't know if he'll make the cut or not. Doesn't look like it. Not 12 inches. If you made it this far, appreciate you watching. If you got any questions about tournament fishing that a rookie could answer because I made a lot of mistakes today, then please feel free to reach out, or if you got comments, let me know. I had a lot of trouble today. Caught some fish, caught some good fish, but had trouble get my measurements done, and that's just part of it, I guess. Live and learn. So I'm gonna head back to the ramp, hit a couple points on the way out, and call it a day.